Cable 8 Sports presents the MIAA Division III Girls Basketball Tournament. Tonight, the top-seeded Foxboro Warriors are shipping up to Boston, the University of Massachusetts at Boston, in fact, for the state semifinal game against the Spartans of St. Mary's of Lynn, the defending champions of the division from last year, seeded number 5 this season. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Clark Recreation Center at Umass Boston. I'm Mark Farinella, bringing you the play-by-play with Kate Hill alongside. And Kate, we know there was some disappointment felt in Foxborough when it was learned that the Warriors were not going to be able to defend their Division II state championship of a year ago because of an enrollment-based realignment. But once we all took a look at Division III, this potential game immediately became the target on the wall. Whether it was going to be in a semifinal or a final, two defending state champs, we had a feeling they'd meet, and here they are.
Yes, and St. Mary's of Lynn, they also, I believe, are defending their Division III state championship from last year. So
From actually 3 straight.
3 in a row. So this is going to be a great game. Everybody's, watching, wanting, either team. So we're excited.
St. Mary's, of course, comes in at 19-6. They're winners of 4 straight and 6 of their last 8. Foxborough, 22-2. They are playing at their peak right now. And let's take a break as we stand and honor America for our national anthem. Let's go through the starting lineups for tonight's game for St. Mary's of Lynn, the number 5 seed. Starting number 5, A.J. Hyacinth. She's a senior forward. Number 10, Jillian Roberts. She is a sophomore guard, and she can score. Number 11, here's the play that everyone's talking about. Bella Awumi, number 11, is a freshman, and she can score at will, practically. Number 32, Lily Norton. She is a freshman guard. And number 34, a very dangerous senior forward, Reese Matella. She's a junior. And, of course, for the Foxborough Warriors, you know them. They're basically the same they've been for weeks. Number 2, Cam Collins. Number 3, Izzy Chamberlain. Number 11, Kaylee Sullivan. Number 13, Erin Foley. And number 34, Addie Reuter. Now, this lineup right now is beating teams in the tournament by an average score of 83-39. Over the season, their average score is 71-49. Collins is averaging 19.7, Sullivan 19.8, and Reuter, she's played about 10 or 11 games now since she's come back. She's at 13.9. Senior Erin Foley drives the defense, and fellow senior Izzy Chamberlain cleans the glass. And the Warriors are getting some very impressive contributions from that steadily improving depth of theirs. It is a team on a mission, Kate, and veteran coach Lisa Downs has had these young athletes focused on that mission from day one.
So everyone that's, getting ready to go into the game, at practice, every time they're competing, they're learning, they're having that experience against Cam Collins, against Kaylee Sullivan, against Addie Reuter, against being defended against by Erin Foley. And it's always a challenge, and everybody just wants to make each other better. And I feel like that's why we're having that deep bench, which is great. It's always helpful.
Well, St. Mary's is 19-6. Their losses have been to quality teams. There have been a pair of losses to Bishop Fenwick, who, as you know, is a very good team that could not compete in the tournament this year because the school got a system-wide, program-wide suspension from the MIA this year for all sorts of issues. And of course, Bishop Feehan, a state Division I finalist, beat the Spartans twice as well during their Catholic Central League competition. Again, they're young. I mean, Bella Owumi is the go-to girl in the starting lineup as a freshman. And these youngsters are talented, but sometimes in the games I've seen, Kate, their inexperience might be a little bit of a concern for veteran coach Jeff Newhall. He has 321 career wins, by the way, at St. Mary's, and he also coached at Marblehead, I think it was, before that. And we are underway as St. Mary's wins the tap. Hyacinth has the ball to start on the right side. Gets it, tries to get inside. They're trying to go to Metella underneath, and I'll tell you, you're going to see her linger around the back door a lot in this game. And we're going to see a push. Oh my goodness. I thought that might have been a travel. But that's on Izzy Chamberlain. That's the first foul on Foxborough.
Kind of a weird call.
St. Mary's inbounds the ball and is stolen promptly by Chamberlain. Here they come up the court. Sullivan can't chase down the ball, and Hyacinth will bring it back up for St. Mary's. Gives it off to Norton. Norton looking for somebody to pass to. She does give it to Owumi. She's fouled on the break.
And Cam Collins looking a little puzzled. She feeling like she took that cut away.
And the foul is on Collins. That's her first. And it's the second on the Warriors in short order. Bella Owumi goes to the foul line. She'll shoot two. First one bounces in. And St. Mary's has the first lead of the game.
34 seconds into the game, Foxborough with two quick fouls.
The Spartans. That one bounces off, and Izzy Chamberlain will chase it down, gives it to Kaylee Sullivan. She'll bring the ball across the timeline. Foxborough in its white uniforms, bright yellow numbers, blue piping and trim. Cam Collins, right side. She'll go to the basket. She takes a Euro step, puts the ball in. A perfect Cam Collins drive.
Signature move, Cam Collins.
Warriors are showing some double teaming in the backcourt. They get away from it. Hyacinth underneath. I told you that would happen, and that one does not go from Metella. Metella throws it back up on the rebound, doesn't get it. Hyacinth gets the rebound back out to Norton. Now for a longer shot by Metella, no good, and it's rebound by Chamberlain. Watch out for that girl lingering around that baseline.
Too many second, third opportunities for the St. Mary's of Lynn. Foxborough's got to find your player, box them out.
Aaron Foley has the ball, gives it off in the corner to Sullivan. Sullivan right side. Looking, gets a little baseline, stop and pop. Bounces out, no good. Rebound by Addie Reuter. She turns around and fires and scores. Reuter with the turnaround on the rebound. And it's 4-1.
Great little tip play by Reuter to basically herself, and then just nice off the glass. Swish.
All right, Hyacinth with the ball. Gives it off to Roberts. Tried to get it on the corner to Norton. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Foxborough ball. We're almost 2 minutes into this one. Foxborough with a 4-1 lead. Kaylee Sullivan will bring the ball across. Over to Foley, right elbow. Gets it to Reuter at the foul line. Turnaround jumper, bang.
Put her on the board for another two.
And so far, the things Foxborough does best on offense, they've been doing. Now let's see what they do on defense. Owumi with Foley on her. Gives it off to Hyacinth. Hyacinth looking for Norton, cutting through a lane, blocked by Reuter. Gives it off to Foley, to Sullivan. Sullivan, they've got 3 lines painted on this court. Hopefully they can shoot over all of them.
I think they will.
And Sullivan does from the left side and swishes that one.
And you just basically prognosticated that.
And let's see, what do we have? Stoppage. I think it's just a little bit of a...
Thought I heard a timeout, but...
I thought so too, but it may have been just a inbounding warning type of situation. The ball got loose somehow. So no problem. 9-1, Foxborough. I'm sorry, that's Roberts. It's bringing the ball across. Take me a second. I've seen these teams, this team only about 4 times in my life. So Owumi with the pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound knocked back out to Hyacinth. Gets it back out to Owumi for 3. That does not go. Rebounded underneath by Metella, and she scores.
So Cam Collins is face guarding Awumi, but she's going to rely on other people for help if if she gets beat, which is really hard, for Cam to get beat or her player to get beat. And then we have a replay here of Kaylee Sullivan with the three on the left side of the court here.
On the pass from Foley.
Can't really see how far behind those lines she is.
Well, there's a lot of lines, but I know she knows to shoot behind all of them. That's what's happened all of these years that they've been on these college and pro courts. I can remember Caitlin Malika stepping behind the pro three-point line to shoot her three-pointers at the Garden and hitting them, of course. I'm not sure who that timeout was called. I would have to believe it was St. Mary's. Scoreboard here, you got a hanging scoreboard overhead of us, which looks like it has the information you would have wanted in the 1920s. We do have the foul, we have the possession, and we have the score. Let's see Cam Collins going to the basket here.
First points of the game. That's her move.
Very nice. As always, that sort of an extra step. Addie get with the rebound, turnaround jumper too. I mean, you just know that that's one of her signature moves, as you like to call them, Kate.
Yes.
All right. Warriors bring the ball inbound here. 4:43 left in the first quarter, and they're up by 6.
I thought that was a 3 by Awumi, but it was only a 2, the last shot.
I thought so too. And that's a 3 by Foley. All right, so Awumi only had a 2 on that?
Yeah, it's 12-3 right now. And they had that one foul shot.
She did not shoot one. She missed it. Reese Metella had the basket underneath here on the rebound. So.
Oh, that's right.
So, Umi has 1 free throw, so that's where we have the 12-3 count. Don't mean to correct you there, Kate.
No worries.
I don't want to give them any more points than they need. And Norton just bowls over Foley and gives it off underneath. That's going to drop off the rim, but they'll call a foul from Metella, who was trying. And that foul is on Izzy Chamberlain. That's her second. And not unexpectedly, Kate Hill will go to the scorer's table.
Or Ava.
I'm sorry. Kate is standing next to me in the announcing booth.
I'm definitely not going in the game.
Ava Hill will go to the line. Metella hits the first.
It's definitely the daylight savings.
I know so many people named Hill, too. It's just like...
It's the daylight savings, I swear to God.
All right, Ava Hill in the game for Izzy Chamberlain, and Metella hits both of her free throws. 12-5 is the score here with the Warriors in front here in the first quarter play as Kaylee Sullivan walks the ball across, calls out a signal, gives it off to Foley on the right elbow. Foley looks to Ava Hill, high pass to Reuter, puts the shot up, no good. Reuter battles for the rebound, but Metella comes away with it, and she will give it to Norton. I can hear Jackie Gleason yelling, Norton! But that's how old I am, folks. All right, the drive by... And that was by number 10. That's Roberts. And she gets the basket, so they're battling back. It's 12-7 now. And the Warriors with Aaron Foley out top here, looking to get the ball inside. Quickly to Sullivan. Sullivan will take it across the paint. Now was looking for they're looking for Collins cutting. Didn't quite get. The ball was on the floor, and finally Norton came up with it. Gives it off to Hyacinth. Hyacinth stops at the seconds of the 3 lines, passes it out of bounds. I've thought, as much as I saw this team, I figure if you can pressure their guards into mistakes, you've got a very good chance to win this ball game.
They're turning the ball over, but I like their passes. I like their ideas. St. Mary's of Lynn.
They're very talented. There is a measure of inexperience here. They even have 7th graders on this team. One of their first substitutions is an 8th grader, and I'll point her out when she gets in the ball game. Foley gives it off to Sullivan. Sullivan will take it into the paint. Gives it back out to Foley. Foley at the left elbow gives it into Reuter. Reuter, covered by Metella, gets it back out to Ava Hill. She'll drive baseline, gets it back out in front. Looking for 4 seconds on the shot. The shot clock, it goes. Rebound underneath and a foul.
And very patient. There was, 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep.
Ava drove that baseline. And
I believe that foul. Oh, I'm sorry, go right ahead.
And then kicked out to Sullivan, who went up for a shot, and now we have an injury.
Ava's still down, I believe, unfortunately. Let's see, she's Going to try to get up on it. She does. She walks. She's fine. She has to go to the foul line. Let's see what happened on that one. Ava went baseline, passed it out. Sullivan, the shot. Ava battling for the rebound. And then she tried to go up for the shot. She got knocked down.
Yeah, it might have been on the way down.
And that's sent her to the foul line. First one is good. Coming into the ball game is Sky Watson, number 3. Talented guard. And she is a sophomore, one of the many young players on this team. Hill's second free throw bounces around, goes out, and Roberts gets the rebound. It's 13-7. Foxborough in the lead. Kicked it out to Watson. Now to Roberts. Roberts will penetrate. She goes up, blocked by Reuter, and rebounded by Hill. Hill will give the ball off to Sullivan. She will bring it across. Into Reuter. Reuter will take a penetration, hits the shot, throws the shot up, no good. And it's rebounded by Owumi. Owumi will bring the ball up. Off to Roberts, right side. Inside, the looking Owumi, nice passing, but that one was on the floor, and it should have been a tie-up. Somehow they get it out loose out of there. Shot put up, no good. And that shot was by Watson, and the rebound was by Sullivan. She got it out of there. All right. Collins, top of the key. 1:25 left in the quarter. Collins takes the jumper, no good.
Reuter almost with a hand on it.
Rebound by Metella, and here comes St. Mary's. The Warriors got off to such a hot start, it's kind of cooled down for them a little bit. Owumi has the ball out at the top of the key. Kylie Sampson about to come in for the Warriors. She just throws that one up wild, and it's an easy rebound for Reuter. 57 seconds left in the quarter.
I haven't seen any fast breaking yet by either team. You know, I feel like this is like slow motion right now.
Kind of a feeling out process a little bit. Reuter gives it off to Sullivan for the lay-in.
Beautiful.
No, that's Foley. I'm sorry. That was Foley.
Great job, Aaron Foley.
Foley breaking from the right wing. We're a little high up here. I should know her by now. Red hair, can't miss it. All right, Roberts driving to the lane. Driving baseline, rather. Goes out of bounds. It will be bounced out of ball off of St. Mary's. It's Foxborough ball with 23.6 seconds left here.
And great job with her driving to the hoop and no one trying to hack that ball to try to get a dumb foul, you know, with basically 23 seconds left here in the quarter.
The winner of tonight's game will face number 2 Norwell. They've won 23 straight games since they lost to Sandwich on the opening day of the season. They beat number 3 Medway on Monday, 52-39 at Taunton High. Collins gives the pass off, and they're going to call it, what are they calling, a foul on Collins?
They're calling an offensive, but after the pass. So
offensive foul on Collins. That's 2 on her now. Well, Cam knows how to play with foul trouble in playoffs because it happened all last year practically. She knows how to handle it. But 2 fouls in the first quarter. It's got to be a little bit of a measure of concern. Owumi, 5 seconds left. Gives it off to Hyacinth. Hyacinth loses the ball underneath, but she gets it back from Hill. She puts it up, and it's in. It will be good.
Excellent defensive play by Hyacinth. Ava tried to secure that rebound, but she stole it. She stripped it, and good for 2 right at the last moment of the buzzer in the quarter.
It looked like Ava Hill was going to come away with that, but Hyacinth got that ball, put it up right as the light went off. It was good, no question about it. So after 1 period here at Umass Boston, the Foxborough Warriors lead the Spartans of St. Mary's of Lynn 15-9.
So going into this quarter, you know, now they understand what's going on between the 2 of each team. They understand, you know, what they're feeling each other out. There's been no fast breaking. Everyone's getting back appropriately, back on defense, which is great. Now we got to kick it up a notch. We have some people in foul trouble. Izzy, Cam with 2 each. Cam's on the job for Owumi. We really just have to run our offense. The jitters are gone, and just start to trust each other and trust the fact that, both our teams are state champions, so are we, and we're just going to get it done.
Well, like you said in the pregame, Kate, I think we're seeing, like you said, a little bit of a feeling out period. Just getting used to each other a little bit. And I like what I've seen. Not that I like it because from a Foxborough standpoint, but indeed, St. Mary's does pass the ball well when they have the opportunity. But they also make mistakes from the point. And that's where I think Foxborough's got to attack. Alasia Drummonds is in the game now for Foxborough.
Alasia Drummonds, along with Adriana Perazzo and Kylie Sampson.
So giving some of the starters a rest here.
And not much height for Foxborough. Addie Reuter being out by Ava.
Some pretty good speed and shooting, though.
Yes.
Perazzo will throw up the runner. It will bounce out. No good. Rebound. She'll tie it up. She'll grab it away. Not tie up. Foxborough has the ball. Foley gets it back to Perazzo. Hill gives it off to Perazzo. Perazzo has to fend off the defense. Gives it to Foley. Drummond's corner shot for Sampson. No good. Rebound by Hill.
Keeps it alive.
Foley, top of the key, gives it to Hill. She'll throw up the three. That's good. They gave her the three. Yep, see, they got the right line. So I have to look down to see where somebody is. There's so many lines there. Hey, Ava Hill with her first three-point basket of the game. She has 4 points.
And we have one senior, one junior, 2 sophomores, and a freshman out there. So a young crew.
Norton brings the ball up in a hurry, puts it off the basket, no good. Rebound, Metella tries to get. Norton does give it right to Sampson, and here come the Warriors.
And this is their time to shine.
Perazzo to Sampson in corner. She'll throw up the three.
Awesome.
It's good.
Great job.
They are
Sampson.
calling it a 2. They're calling it a 2. I think her left foot might have been on the line.
These lines are crazy.
Well, there's a lot of them, and the way the court is painted, too. I mean, you have blue in the middle. One of the three-point lines is covered by it. Here's the outside shot by Hyacinth. That's no good. Saved by Metella, but it goes right to Sampson. And here comes Foxborough again. Oh, high dribble, and they will have to call that one. Yep, they did. High dribble by Perazzo, and back in the game comes Kaylee Sullivan and Addie Reuter. 20-9, though. The kids did their job in the time that they were in there.
They sure did. So we have a replay. Sampson. Yep, her right foot was on the line, so that is a 2. But great job, great shooting. She's 1 for 2 from the 18 to 20 foot mark.
Norton gives it off to Roberts.
Great D by Perazzo.
Roberts out to Sky Watson. Watson on the runner to Awuma, and she gets that. Awumi gets that one easily. She has 3 points now. Foxborough quickly up the court. Little jumper by Reuter falls off the rim, and it's rebounded by Watson. There was nobody else there to rebound it. Working the perimeter, Sky Watson has the ball.
Good job taking away that cut.
Tries to get in to Owumi, gets it back out to Watson. She'll take the 3, that's no good. Rebounded by Foley. Foley takes the ball across for Foxborough. Low, high pass, gets away from Sullivan. Here comes St. Mary's, and that lay-in is good by Sky Watson. All right, Foxborough coming right back up the court. Sullivan stops, almost working a slight double team. They get it to Foley. Foley top of the key. To Sullivan, right elbow. Sullivan will take it into the key and gives it to Reuter, and that was easy. That was the backdoor play that the other guys run.
So Sullivan is getting completely face guarded by, I think, Lily Norton. Number 32. And it's making it really difficult to get her off her regular shot. So if she found Reuter wide open, that was great. That was super helpful.
Roberts has the ball. Will take a penetration. Bumps into Reuter. No good, but she gets the ball to Metella. She misses. Reuter gets the rebound. And Metella's not happy. She thought she got bumped. And there will be a timeout call by Lisa Downs to preserve a possession here. So with 4:24 left here in the second quarter, and the Warriors up by 9, let's look at Addie Reuter.
So we have Sullivan being guarded by Norton, and then all of a sudden she
Can't miss those arms up in the air.
Back cuts, yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, you can't. Absolutely not.
That's what I like about Addie. She makes herself a target. She's not 6'3" playing 5'3".
And a purposeful target.
Yep.
You know, I mean, someone that can actually score, and I remember Sarah Bean teaching people to have the hands like this, and Jen Brown used to do that all the time. Get the hands. Get the hands up.
Nobody got open better than Sarah Bain. Let me tell you, not only that, but the other thing that she did extremely well was that she was able to figure out where the rebounds were going to come. She knew from every time a shot was up, she knew to break for a certain spot because a rebound was going to go there. And that was, so many kids don't know that. You look at the long shots are going to be long rebounds normally. Sarah just instinctively went to them.
And maybe she learned from Dennis Rodman. I mean, who knows?
I think she could have taught him a few things. Anyway, you know what? It was on this court back in 2000 when I saw a Foxborough girl go over 1,000 career points. Heather Morgan. I'll tell that story when we have another break here. Cam Collins goes to the right side, gets it into Reuter. Reuter stops, and she will be called for a travel. I think when she tried to adjust for the jumper, that's when she moved her feet.
There's so many things being thought about when you're in that post position or when you get that dump pass like that. And she usually does a great job, but, there's still more of a basketball game to be played.
Owumi will bring the ball up. Takes it to the top of the key, gives it off to Hyacinth. She is stopped and then gives it off to the 8th grader in the mix, Charlie Green. Charlie Green, Charleigh. She can shoot the three. She just traveled as well. No question about that. Watch out for her on the perimeter. If they'll get the ball out to her, she'll throw it up. She's a big kid. She's tall, but she likes to shoot that three.
Substitutions, Ava Hill, Erin Foley in for Sampson and Perazzo. They did an excellent job.
Yes, they did. Now let's see if these kids have picked up on a few things by seeing them from a different perspective. Collins with the pass quickly inside to Hill. Hill gets it back out. Sullivan will put up the long three, no good. Reuter battles for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds off of St. Mary's. It'll be Foxborough ball. 3:34 left in the first half, and the Warriors are up by 9.
I would have liked Ava to take that reverse layup, but so unselfish, looking for Sully out on the three.
Collins is fouled on the drive along the baseline. And I believe that foul is on Hyacinth.
Let me check I have to dip down.
No, that's on number 40. That is on Charlie Green.
I have to dip down to see that.
Scoreboard clock a little bit. We have an auxiliary basket in our way. Collins hits the first at 2.
So Collins motioning to the bench before she lined up for this first free throw. Something about a jersey. I don't know if she's complaining that they're pulling on the jerseys.
And the second one falls off and is rebounded by Owumi. She gives it up quickly to Hyacinth. She'll drive the basket and score. She had a lane to it. She has 4 points.
It was the first fast break I saw.
All right, Foley dribbles behind her back, leaves it there for a second, still picks it up. Trying to just dribble, she has to stop and pick it up. Gives it off to Collins.
Collins knows how to accept that bullet pass from Foley.
Collins along the perimeter gives it back to Foley now at the top of the key. Looks inside to Reuter. She's immediately double teamed. She throws up the jumper and she gets it and she's fouled.
What a great job by Addie Reuter, just muscling that shot and getting the foul, getting the and one. Got a replay here. Pass into the post. Number 40 guarding her. Nothing you can do.
And that's the second foul on Green. So Reuter, they could put 2 people on it, but she's still head and shoulders above them. And that works in her favor almost all the time. At the foul line, she shoots, and that one goes. And she now has 9 points in the game. It's 26-15. Warriors up by 11. And they're calling the carry. The rare time you see a carry called, Roberts gets called for the carry. Everybody dribbles that way these days, and they pick and choose their times to call it.
I feel like Erin Foley was responsible for that turnover.
I think so, too.
I think we should give that to her.
I think so, too, because Erin scares you. I mean, if you are being covered by Erin Foley, you know you got somebody who's analyzing every move you make. Every breath you take.
Yep, just like the police said.
Yep. Foley's pass inside to Reuter, goes back out to Hill that'll be a long 2. She gets 2 on it, but it was a good, timely shot. I think Ava comes awake during the tournaments, doesn't she? She really, not that she's sleeping or anything like that, but she just finds the adrenaline is great in the tournament.
I don't know, maybe she gets more excited for softball coming up.
Yeah, not for a while yet. That long shot's no good, and that was by number 22, Juliana Conti, who's in the game. And what are we calling here?
And it looks like a tip ball, Foxborough.
Whatever the case may be, you're right. Foxborough has the ball, and a timeout called by Jeff Newhall. Jeff Newhall is in his 19th year of coaching at St. Mary's. He has 321 wins and 115 losses. It's a 736 average. Let's look at Ava taking that shot.
So we have a replay. Addie, she's guarded by number 34. She knows her teammate is over in the wing.
18 feet. Great shot.
Great job.
Newhall is also the athletic director at St. Mary's, and he is the chair of the MIAA basketball committee. He coached 3 years at Marblehead beforehand. He won his 300th career game in 2021 and his 300th at St. Mary's in 2023.
So he's a veteran.
3 straight Division III championships coming into this season. And now, we'll see what happens going forward. I got to admit, nobody in Division III was happy to have the Division II champions come down and play in that division this year.
We weren't happy either to go down.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's the feeling is mutual, if you will.
I'm Mark Farinola, Kate Hill alongside, and we're having a blast here at UMass Boston with the whole Foxboro Cable Access crew. Erin Foley brings the ball across midcourt. Covered very closely by Hyacinth. Gets the ball away to Sullivan. She'll stop and pop. That one doesn't go. Rebounded by Owumi.
And Sullivan just desperately trying to, get more points on the board. She's a pure scorer, just like Kim Collins. She's being heavily guarded. We'll see what happens.
That drive by Roberts is no good, but they get the rebound. Roberts gets it back.
And then kick ball by Erin Foley. We're thankful for her soccer skills.
They will have 20 seconds on the shot clock, so it has been reset. And that rule these days, if you get it under a certain number, you only get 20. In the old days, you got a full clock, no matter what. But now they don't want to give the team that much of an advantage for that minor infraction. Foley slaps the ball away. It goes out of bounds, even though Norton was chasing after it with her.
And it's scary and fun to watch Erin Foley go for like a loose ball like that because you never know what you're going to get.
Believe me, I have a lot of respect for the game that Erin Foley has played for so long. And this isn't even her best sport. Shot no good by Hyacinth, rebounded by Metella. She is immediately surrounded and forced into a jump ball.
And the problem there is that she brought the ball down, and she was met with three
other
Warriors
immediately. Yes. Now that will be St. Mary's ball on the alternating possession. Inbounded. Metella has it. It's almost slapped away. They're going to call a foul on Foley, I believe. Yes, they are. And that will be Foley's first foul. 5th on the team overall, but no problem in this quarter. And it's the first team foul of the quarter. Ball is inbounded to Owumi. She will take the short jumper, no good. Great defense by Collins on her on that one. Foxborough has the ball. Here comes Foley bringing it across. Ava Hill got the rebound on that one. Reuter gives it back to Sullivan, who gives it to Foley. 59 seconds left, 18 on the shot clock. The shot by Collins from 3 is a wide right, but Foxborough gets the rebound. and they keep it alive for another possession. Hill back out to Sullivan. Sullivan throws up the three. Might be a little bit long for her today. Quick rebound by Norton. She will bring it up. She'll stop. Gives it off to Metella. Metella misses the shot, and it's rebounded by Hill. 36 seconds left in the quarter. Foley, quick pass up to Reuter. Reuter will make the move into the lane. Gets it back out to Sullivan, to Foley. Foley back into Reuter. Reuter tries to make the spin move. Gets the ball up. It will fall off.
It was, it was a good shot.
Rebounded by Awumi. She'll get the ball up quickly to Hyacinth. Back to Awumi. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Giving it to Roberts. Roberts passes it back out. Norton will take it in. 3 seconds. 2. The shot by Awumi is long, and it's rebounded by Foxborough, and that is the end of the first half. So that last threat falls short, and the Foxborough Warriors have a 28-15 lead here at halftime.
So going forward, our two top scoring guards have 3 points apiece. If you have that, that's uncharacteristic of us. Reuter carrying, the point load here with 9 points. Hill coming off the bench with 6 points.
You're doing my job. Go ahead.
Sorry. But, I just noticed that because that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that Cam Collins and Kaylee Sullivan are not in the mix right now, and we need to get them back in the mix of, being more a part of the scoring book. Foxborough doing a great job of rebounding. We have Izzy Chamberlain on the bench with 2 fouls. We have Addie Reuter with 0 fouls, which is helpful. I think we've just been subbing her out for a rest. But I think Foxborough is going to go forward, and they need to, keep doing the extra pass with their teammates, focus on running the offense, and, using that 35-second shot clock. It's a long time. They can be patient. It's fine. We had a rebound, an offensive rebound, and then we brought it back out, and that's wonderful. Use another 35 seconds. St. Mary's and Lynn, their passing is excellent. We like that. I like to see those backdoor cuts that they've been doing. We need to do a better job of deflecting those and denying those.
Well, the good thing is that they're getting that play, but they're not getting the baskets. After that first one, after the first one that Metella got earlier, they haven't done it again since, and that's important.
Right.
In fact, let me go through the scoring quickly just to let you all know what a great defensive job the Foxborough Warriors did. Here is St. Mary scoring in the first half. First of all, they only scored 6 points in the second quarter, and 9 in the first quarter, to give them 15. Sky Watson has 2. A.J. Hyacinth has 2. Jillian Roberts has 4. Bella Owumi has 3. And Reese Metella has 4. Now, you tell me, if you were a St. Mary's fan and you were looking at these numbers at halftime, you are in disbelief, because this team usually isn't held anywhere near that low in any of the games that they've played this year. And I've got the whole list of them. They've won games by something. There's an 84-17. Here's an 80-14, 80-18, 3 in a row like that. Even in the tournament, they beat Apponequet by 28 points. They beat Hanover by some less, but they're a pretty good team, and that was a 16-pointer. So as for the Foxborough Warriors, as you went over a couple of them, Cam Collins with 3, Kaylee Sullivan with 3. Obviously, that's well below their averages. Erin Foley with 5, got those in the first quarter. Kylie Sampson got 2. Ava Hill with 6. Ava's done a good job out there in both that and rebounding and battling underneath. And Addie Reuter with 9, and as you mentioned, the nice thing about that, no fouls yet on her.
Exactly.
So,
both teams are used to putting up lots of points. I think they're playing great defense. I think that's what we can, basically conclude at the end of this first half.
The one thing, too, I want to make note of, Foxborough is an old hand at being at this level in the tournament. They got here last year, of course, and, of course, they beat, it was at Bridgewater AIM. They beat number 1 Walpole 51-42, and then went on to beat Drake at the Tsonga Center for the state championship. In 2020, they defeated North Reading 52-35 at the TD Garden in the state semifinal. You folks will recall, we were supposed to play Taconic of Pittsfield, and that game was canceled because of COVID.
Because of the end of the world.
Yep, the end of the world happened, and at least the traffic got better into Boston. I could get to my favorite restaurant in the North End and pick up home.
Yeah, what's the name of that restaurant?
Table, it's called.
Table.
Yep.
All right.
Joe from Mansfield is the person who runs it. That game was canceled. That's why they shared the state title in 2020. Both teams. I know for a fact. Yeah, they played Taconic, they would have beaten Taconic handily. In 2018, they got to the state semifinal. It was supposed to be played at the TD Garden. It got snowed out and moved to Woburn the next day. They ended up beating Pentucket in overtime. They were down by 20 in that game. And the greatest comeback I've ever seen in high school sports, really. One of the greatest. I can think of about three. I get it really good. But that was one of the best. And they came back. Ashley Sampson, of course, who was an assistant coach, just went nuts in the second half and in overtime.
She took no prisoners.
She could not be stopped. And, of course, then they went on to Springfield at the Mass Mutual Center where they defeated Hopkinton 49-41. 2017, they got to the TD Garden. They lost to Arlington Catholic 37-30 in an extremely physical game. And I thought that Foxborough kind of got the short end of that deal.
And that was Ashley Sampson's 1,000-point
yes,
game.
It was. Yeah. It was. So, but other than that, this team is well accustomed to playing at a high level. And as I said, the winner will go on to the Tsongas Center in Lowell. Time and date to be determined by the MIAA. They will face number 2 Norwell. They beat Medway, team that beat Mansfield in the opener, and I swear Mansfield would beat them by 20 points right now at that season.
I agree.
That was a 52-39 score at Taunton High School. Juniors Maddie Oliver and Reagan Dowd and freshman Alexandra Cassidy combined for 42 of those 52 points. So they have some skills, but first you got to take care of business here before you worry about that. So let's take a quick break for the last 4 minutes here so I can get my voice back. And Kate and I will be back with more basketball really soon. Welcome back to the Clark Recreation Center on the campus of UMass Boston for this girls Division III state semifinal between the Foxborough Warriors and the Spartans of St. Mary's of Lynn. The Foxborough Warriors in the lead 28-15. Halftime is practically over, and we're going to have the kids come back on the court. I'm Mark Farinella. Kate Hill is alongside, and we've got the whole crew from Foxboro Cable Access here tonight. Lisa Downs giving her final remarks to the kids before they go back onto the court. I imagine we'll see the original starters, and we are. Izzy Chamberlain, Cam Collins, Addie Reuter, Aaron Foley, and who am I missing? Oh, Kaylee Sullivan, of course.
Can't forget her.
Cannot forget her. Sullivan and Collins, just 3 points apiece coming into this, so we'll hope to see a little bit more offense out of them. All right, Foley has the ball out front. Reuter looking for the cut, well covered by St. Mary's. Now she gives it back to Izzy Chamberlain, and she bounces it off of Hyacinth, and Foxborough will get the ball back.
Heads up, smart move.
17 seconds remain on the shot clock here on this first possession of the second half.
Reese Metella is working extremely hard, even though she just switched.
All right, Collins gives it off to Chamberlain, left corner, out to Foley. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Sullivan will go into the lane. She'll put it up, kind of a desperation shot. It did bounce off the rim. She gets the rebound back. They got a new clock. Gets it over to Chamberlain. Now back over to Reuter. Underneath, Sullivan gets it out to Collins. Collins will take the jumper. No good. And Metella is going to be fouled, I think, by Chamberlain. That might be her third.
So Chamberlain was fighting.
No. Oh. That's Addie Reuter, I believe. Oh, no, that's on Metella. That's on Metella.
Yeah, that's an interesting call.
Metella backed into her, I think, is what they're thinking.
So what I saw was Chamberlain trying to get around her. We're going to replay here.
As they were about to put the ball into play, Metella did back into her. Okay, Reuter has it. Gives it off to Collins. Collins will take the 18-footer. No good. Gets her own rebound. Goes to the basket. Puts it in.
One. Excellent job.
Collins. And she's fouled. Yes, she is.
And replay, Cam Collins driving right baseline against Awumi. Shooting up, getting her rebound, and going strong. Awesome.
Jeff Newhall is not happy. That is the second.
He's ballistic right now.
That is the second foul on A.J. Hyacinth. And so Cam Collins, and the official is listening to him, being very polite, and now he's backed off.
I don't know. She seems like a veteran to me.
Yep, I think so. All right, Collins will be at the foul line to shoot a free throw. That one slips right through the twines.
Absolutely.
31-15, Foxborough. Roberts has it. Jillian Roberts will take it across the timeline. Covered by Chamberlain. She will try to elbow her way in. She goes against Reuter. Will she get? She's going to draw a foul. Let's see here. Is it on Reuter?
I have to wait to see what comes up on the board.
No, it's on number 4. She's not in the ball game, folks.
So they probably missed the 3.
So I would assume that is on Addie Reuter. But that would be her first if that's the case. Roberts missed her first free throw. And I don't think any of the coaches are aware of what's on the scoreboard, but they're usually focused on what's going on. Addie Reuter does get the rebound of the second miss, so 2 free throws go awry. And, Reuter, nope. Oh, I thought that would be a backcourt because she did touch it and had to go back.
She found it.
They got it. They got it to Sullivan, and Sullivan scores, and she has 5 points now, and she is helping this Warrior team. And what do we have here? We have something else.
So a 5-second call. Foxborough, great defense.
All right.
It looks like quick replay. Our ball, timeout by St. Mary's of Lynn. Sullivan on the break with that wonky situation with Reuter getting the ball. Sullivan picking up her dribble, uncharacteristic of her.
I definitely thought that was a backcourt. She did touch the ball. It bounced off her hands. It went back. Nobody else touched it. I don't know why it wasn't called a backcourt.
So we see some, lots of yelling, lots of, amping people up over on the St. Mary's of Lynn side, which is reasonable. They're not used to this kind of situation.
Jeff Newhall is chomping on that gum quite hard. In the meantime, over on the Foxborough sideline, you know her and you love her. Lisa Downs, 228 wins, 66 losses. Let's see this backcourt again.
All right, so Sullivan picks up her ball.
Not touched.
But Reuter just unexpected.
What they might be thinking is that did she? I don't know.
We got 3 refs, and they seem kind of experienced. That's hard for me to kind of understand that possession there.
I couldn't do the job either, so.
That's a tricky one, and we have 3 pretty. I've seen these, except for the female. I haven't seen her.
I think I've seen her before.
But I feel like they would have picked that up, and even if it was a couple seconds later, they would have called a late call.
So Foxborough will have the ball. Kaylee Sullivan will inbound from the left side as she was looking at the court, gave it to Reuter. Collins gives it now as they work it around the perimeter. Sullivan will take the about 17-footer, no good. Rebounded, though, by Chamberlain. Gives it back to Sullivan. Sullivan takes another stop and pop.
Focused.
And this one is good.
Focused.
Sullivan now with 7 points in the game for this quarter. Foxborough's lead is now 20 points. Norton stops before the center line, now brings it across. Covered closely by Foley. Hyacinth gets the ball in. Get it to Matella, and that was exactly the backdoor play that they like to run. Foxborough comes back quickly, though, as Collins goes for the reverse layup, but Reuter gets the rebound. Reuter has it. She is just completely mobbed by 3 players, and they get the ball away from her. Here's Hyacinth. Lisa Downs was not happy about that. And they will call that one will go. That one by
Jillian Roberts.
By Roberts goes. Yeah, fans were looking for a foul on Reuter on that one. The 3-point shot by Sullivan is good.
Sullivan answers.
And she is on fire in this quarter now. And I think the bell sounded and she's answered it.
The dinner bell has sounded.
38-19 is the score. Norton is stolen. The pass stolen by Chamberlain. Gives it to Foley. Quick on the break to Collins, and she's fouled on the way in.
And that's Foley just knowing where her teammate is, knowing she's running the break, whether it's right or left-hand side. Cam's always on the break. Excellent job.
That is the 3rd foul on A.J. Hyacinth. And Cam Collins will go to the line for 2. First one is good. Collins now with 7 points. And it looks like the guards are starting to wake up. They both have almost 1,300 points each. And they could use a few today. Second free throw is perfect as well.
Even with Sharon cheerleaders warming up and practicing, Cam Collins is like laser beam focused.
St. Mary's, of course, now has some good trapping going on here. They might have a trouble getting this across in 10 seconds. They finally do, as Roberts got the ball.
And great.
And Collins ties her up.
And that was a tough one. I mean, I'm not sure who had the hands on that ball, but that ref, I mean, that could have gone either way there.
Possession arrow sends it to St. Mary's. St. Mary's wearing very dark blue uniforms with really gold numbers. Not a yellowish gold there. They are shimmering gold. Owumi tries to go with that was a
terrible shot.
That was a self-indulgent one. I think she just tried to do the little backhanded layup, and she'll get that plenty of times, but not in the tournament time. Meanwhile, Collins hits another stop and pop jumper, and Foxborough is piling it on now. It's 40-19 here in the third quarter. 42 rather. 42. They're a little slow on the draw on the scoreboard, and they'll call Owumi for a travel in the lane. So Foxborough gets the ball back.
Owumi taking that shot, backwards. AAU, that can fly, but in a tournament game, you want to be fundamental.
Lisa Downs shouting encouragement and instruction to her players as Foley brings the ball across the timeline. Foley gives it off to Sullivan. Sullivan inside to Reuter. Reuter, the pass was a little tough for her to make the quick turn, but she will make a step and a turn. That one doesn't go. Rebounded by Owumi. She had to reach for that pass initially, and that kind of took her out of that fluid level. That one bounces off a foot and goes right into the hands of Addie Reuter, so the Foxborough Warriors get the ball back.
Great deflection by Ava Hill. I believe she deflected that.
Just under 4 minutes. You mentioned that you think that Ava might be playing on a little sore ankle here, too. But
yeah, we'll see what happens.
She hasn't looked like it to me, but you would know. Outside shot by Sullivan. The three is no good. Rebounded by Owumi. She will take it across. 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter of play. 42-19. Foxborough is in front. Quick pass stolen by Sullivan. It wasn't going. It was going from Metella, but
there it is.
Quick pass up to Cam Collins for two, and a timeout called by Jeff Newhall as the Foxborough Warriors are just piling up the points right now.
So great job getting that outlet pass way out to Cam Collins from Sullivan.
That's just basketball IQ. Start breaking for the basket when you get a situation like that, and you know that you're going to get the ball. Your teammates will get it to you.
And one of the questions I was going to ask you at the half was, do you think St. Mary's of Lynn is tired? Do you think that they're going to be, gassed where I know we're going into the second quarter? Do you feel like they're, they gave everything they could in the first half, and now we're going to see Foxborough running through?
That's a good question. Also, we're playing on a 94-foot college court here, which is longer than either of these teams play on a normal basis. St. Mary's doesn't go deep in their bench. They will go about 3 deep. And I think, like I said, you saw Sky Watson in, you saw Green in, and I think there was one other kid that got in for a couple of seconds. And I don't know if that's going to affect them that much, but we'll see.
We got a 3 by Kaylee on the right.
And she is behind the longest line and hits it. It's kind of sad that, I am a proponent of sticking the line out a little bit farther for the high schools.
You love it.
Just because I think everybody can shoot the 19-9 now. But I would love to see it go out a little bit more, make it a little bit more of a challenge. But these kids, they shoot from 25. They don't care. All right, here comes St. Mary's as Roberts has the ball. Takes it back out of the inner circle there and takes it out into the blue. Slapped away. Green is in the ball game. No, that was Hyacinth. I'm sorry.
We have Kylie Sampson in for Addie Reuter, so we have a,
little shorter
set here.
A little shorter set, but no subtractions in speed for sure. Quick pass, and speaking of speed, stolen by Collins. Collins has a player to beat. She dribbles it off her foot and she stumbles.
Disappointed.
She's okay,
but disappointed.
I think she had those 2 points already in her mind.
Yeah, and she's already just getting back on defense.
Just a slight misdribble. You won't see her make that mistake too many times. Also, she was covered. She had some people with her, so might have been a little distracted. Okay, here is Watson. Sky Watson with the ball. Takes it into a double team and is tied up immediately. The possession arrow sends it over to Foxborough. Foxborough is so good at stopping a possession.
So I'm curious to know, like, where is like the St. Mary's of Lynn? Oh, I see them. The student body. I guess they're right there. Okay, that's cool.
Collins has it, right side. Ooh. That was Sullivan that hit the tech really
Yeah,
hard.
she looks good though. Ava's checking on her.
Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Foxborough ball. They have 25 seconds on the shot clock. Sully's okay.
Yeah, she looks good.
Inbounds pass to Ava Hill. Back to Collins. Collins will spin, sees the double team, doesn't do it. Takes it out to Foley. Foley's three, no good. Rebounded by Matella. And here comes Sky Watson with the ball. Almost a backcourt there. Almost a backcourt when she sent it back to Norton. Now Hyacinth has it. Hyacinth tries to feed it and does to Matella.
She will always score. She's fundamental.
And Matella now has 8 points in the game. It's 44-21, Foxborough in the lead. And then an open backcourt, and Sampson's shot is blocked by Hyacinth. She'll get the ball up real quickly. Owuma had to get it back out. She looked like she walked during that. The three-pointer by Watson, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Collins starts the break. Over on the left side, Sullivan. Now over to Foley. Foley for the lay-in. That is a great fast break.
That's a fundamental fast break. Excellent job, Lady
7
Warriors.
points for the senior, Erin Foley. The three-pointer by Norton, no good. Rebounded by Sullivan again. A behind-the-back dribble to get herself open. Gets it to Collins. Collins puts it right up and in.
We love it.
And Collins now has 11 points in the quarter and 14 for the game.
You know, that is just fun basketball, unselfish basketball there.
Like we said, the bell is sounded and the Warriors have answered. Here's another steal. The pass is intercepted by Collins. Gets it up to Foley. Pass back to Collins. Off the glass and in. And I know that you look at Jeff Newhall, he wants to call a timeout, but he can't. He can't afford it. He won't have any left if he does. He will have maybe one left in the fourth quarter.
Cam Collins just needs to get the ball and just say, feed me. Feed me.
The drive by Norton is stopped by a foul, and I think that is on, got to bend over it. That is on Foley. That's Foley's second foul. Let's look at her on an offensive side.
Erin Foley from Kaylee Sullivan. And
Right
a right-handed layup.
Right off the square on the glass. That's what you want to do. First shot by Lily Norton is good, and that's her first point of the game.
And fast break again off of a steal, I think from Kaylee back to Cam, and hang time. Didn't even touch the floor.
And that one is good as well. It's 50-23 with 46 seconds left here in the third quarter of play as Sullivan brings the ball across. Closely guarded by Juliana Conti. It comes back out to Sullivan. That one's stolen now by Norton. Norton will bring it up. Gets it across the timeline. On the right wing, Awumi. No, that was Norton. I'm sorry. That was Conti that shot that one. Ball will go out of bounds. The one official doesn't know, so one of the sideline officials points. The guy who was closest to it didn't know. But that's why you have three people, and that's why you talk. It'll be St. Mary's ball with 19.4 seconds left. Foxborough in a 50-23 lead here. Quick pass to Green underneath. She was left uncovered. You don't want to do that too often.
Ooh. And Cam Collins on the break. We're looking down at our scorebooks, and again, they're just doing their thing.
You're right. I was looking at my book too.
Cam Collins for 2 on that last set.
And the buzzer sounds to end the quarter, as the play sometimes is too fast for everyone. The Foxborough Warriors in the lead, 52-25. Let's see what Collins did there.
And St. Mary's asleep. Foley finding Cam, just cutting to the basket.
Right
Cam
there.
has 15 third quarter points.
Wow.
Cam Collins, 15 third quarter points. Awesome.
So that was 24 points for them in the quarter. Let's listen to Lisa.
Smart, solid defense. defense. You do not want to stop the clock. You want to keep this thing running. You do not want to put them to the line and let them get some chip away at this lead, okay? So, guys, they are not giving up. So don't think this game's over by any means, okay? So we're going to go out there.
I heard some of what she said out there, but you can tell she's always coaching. She's got a lead. She's up, her team's up 52-25, and she is absolutely intense.
She's planning for the future. She wants these seniors to go out, with the ultimate win here, and head back to a back-to-back state championship. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Foxborough had won the quarter 24-10, and that's why they are in a 27-point lead right now. Sharon Eagles' boys team is coming in. They have the next game. Good season for Sharon. Very interesting that last year Sharon beat Mansfield twice, but Mansfield went to the state title game as that was Norton that went for the basket. Collins with the rebound, quickly up. Sullivan stops. Will get it back out to Foley. Sullivan for three, no good. Rebounded right underneath by Chamberlain, and she's fouled.
She's fouled. Excellent job, Izzy Chamberlain, looking for, she's getting that rebound from Sully.
As I was saying, last year, the Mansfield Hornets lost 2 games in the regular season to Sharon, but they did get to a state title game, boys. And now this year, Sharon got beat by Mansfield twice, but they are the ones that might go to a state title game. And Chamberlain hits the first for her first point in the game. I'm always glad when Izzy gets on the scoreboard.
I am too. Love that kid.
That kid works so hard. And she does it solely for the purpose of the team's success.
Absolutely.
And she gets both of her free throws. And Foxborough is up by 29 points. As Conti has the ball. Gives it off to Watson. Watson back out to Roberts. The shot by Norton is no good. Rebounded by Addie Reuter. And you know what I'm noticing is that Bella Owumi is not out there on the floor. No. Collins gives it off to Sullivan. Sullivan stop and pop. No good. Rebounded. Fought for. Goes out of bounds. Sullivan and Roberts battle for it. They said it went off. I'm sorry, not Sullivan. That was Chamberlain. And they say that Roberts was the one who touched it.
You spoke too soon because
all right, I figured she's got to be back in this ball game at some point. And Matella's back in too. So you do have their best weapons out there. But we're in the fourth quarter, and they got a lot of territory to make up for. Reuter keeps that ball high, takes the shot, and hits it.
Excellent. Just kept working, kept trying to find position, trying to find an option.
So fundamentally strong.
You can't beat it.
Hyacinth brings the ball up to the foul line, and she is fouled.
And I believe that foul might be on Foley.
Erin Foley.
It is on Foley, and that's her third.
Which is quite sketchy.
Foxborough has not been in foul trouble at all today, except a little bit early when Collins had 2. Foley gets pushed off the ball, and Norton comes back with it. Tries to put up the shot, no good. Rebounded, no good by Roberts, and finally Chamberlain comes away with it. Gives it up to Sullivan. Foley was upset. The outside shot by Sullivan, no good. No, Foley had the ball prior to that, but she was not happy that she got pushed out of bounds, and there was no call on that. Stolen away again. Pass up to Foley. Foley will take the 3. No good. Rebound, fought for, pulled down by Roberts. Roberts comes up court, gives it to Owumi. Back out to Hyacinth. To Roberts. Roberts with Chamberlain on her. Tries to penetrate. Takes a nice little move. Blocked by Reuter. Chamberlain gets the ball. This is Foxborough basketball. Quick pass up to Reuter. Misses the shot, though. It was from Sullivan. And she knows. She goes, I shouldn't have missed that one.
Great job with that nice block down the other end,
yep.
And then
she's still far enough down there to have the chance at the end. 56-25, Foxborough up with 5:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Reuter gets the inbounds pass. Foley to Collins. Sullivan for the right side three. Gets it.
Good.
Kaylee Sullivan. Her third three of the game. And she has 13 points. Shot no good by Hyacinth. Rebounded. Foxborough has it. Come away with it is Erin Foley. She's going to bring it up. Walks it up. Lisa Downs puts up her hands as a signal. I think she wants them to take a little time off the clock if they can. Of course, they're going to get aggressively defended here. As Collins finds out as she goes in, and she is clobbered as she goes into the lane.
And she still looks good afterwards. That's what we like.
Yep. Foul is on Lily Norton. That's her second. Collins will go to the foul line for two. What a quarter she just had. 15 points. Gave her 18 for the game. That's number 19 for her.
Game to play.
60-25. You know, I still have this thing about not wanting to think ahead too much. 61-25, and Collins gets into the 20-point category. Underneath, the quick pass to Metella, and there would be a foul on that.
I believe that will be the second foul on Addie Reuter if we count that number 4.
I think well, they're calling it 1 up there, so they did not. They wrote down 1, so.
We had no number 4.
Poor Naomi Agosvivas gets called for a foul without even being in the game.
Well, maybe that's our
but
advantage.
We'll take that. Anyway, the shot is good. Did I miss something, or was that a made basket?
It was a made basket,
all right.
Yes.
Okay, I did miss something. So that's a 3-point play for her. Foley, quick pass inside to Collins. And when she was looking for Sullivan, it was stolen away by Norton. Norton having trouble dribbling it up. She's going to have to get it across that timeline. She does. Hyacinth fakes the 3, goes into the lane, and it's swatted away. They're going to call a foul. And I think it might be on, no, that one's on Collins, I think.
Chamberlain.
Or is it Chamberlain? I think it's on Chamberlain.
Yeah.
It is. And they've only got 3 up there. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. They have 3. She has 3. I was putting the mark in the wrong area. So Hyacinth goes to the foul line, gets her first. She now has 5 points. First points of the second half. Addie Reuter will come out, and Ava Hill will go in. Hyacinth bounces the last one in off the nice little roll. And it's 61-28. Foley brings it up, gives it to Collins. Collins picks it up off the floor, feigns a dribble, gets it inside to Hill. She will smartly get it back out to Collins. Collins is called for a travel as she got the ball. She definitely wanted to make a move.
Nice try, nice look for Collins, looking for Hill on that baseline there. Couldn't connect. On to the next.
Collins came into the game with 1,251 points. Sullivan with 1,260, if I'm not mistaken. And this season has paid off completely every step of the way. Kickball called on Sullivan. So 23 seconds remaining on the shot clock in this possession for St. Mary's, with just under 4 minutes left. I like the Tsongas Center. We were there last year.
I like the Tsongas Center
We were there last year.
Brings back pretty good memories.
Yes, we did. There were some good memories made. Ball will go out of bounds. It will be Foxborough ball.
I wonder if these guys got asked to move.
Bryn Allen is now in the game for the Warriors, seeing her first action.
Bryn Allen subbing in for, I believe, Addie, or Steele.
Collins underneath gets it back out to Bryn Allen. No good. Rebounded by St. Mary's. Hyacinth will bring it out. Brings it up to the court. Goes into the basket. It is partially blocked by Ava Hill, I think.
And Ava had partial possession, and it looks like she is fouled.
I think you're right. The foul's on Hyacinth. And that would be her 4th.
How many fouls in the quarter?
So 3 and 3.
Third in the quarter.
I have to bend down a lot to see that on this
Suspended clock. They don't have any auxiliary scoreboards in here, too. I was a little surprised by that. Hill has it. Back out to Collins. Collins looking underneath all alone.
Good follow by Bryn.
Bryn Allen's shot no good, and the rebound finally comes down to Bella Owumi. She'll put a spin move on Collins, bumps her off, and gets the basket.
Good move.
And a timeout called by Jeff Newhall.
And I don't know what you have, but that's her first points of the half, or am I wrong?
You are correct.
So that's rare.
She has just 5 points in the game. And that is Foxborough basketball as well.
And Bella Owumi averages
quite a bit. I didn't have a chance to average it, but if you look at...
That's all. You're right up there. So listen, right, so they're right up on you guys, so all you have to do is go by them, but if there's a person that's right there to get you, someone's open,
still right now,
that person to open, you gotta really step up, you gotta call people. Right, so we're gonna try to do 25 and 35, so he's guarding you, just listen to me on the one. Don't pass it to the center of the court, you gotta dribble over to the side that I'm following it on, okay? All right, then be sure of this, you're gonna go toward the pass, secure it. You get a rebound, don't put it down for a dribble. Grab it first, guard's gonna check back to the ball.
my first time.
I think, as I mentioned to you, I think Heather Morgan of Foxborough scored her 1,000th career point here in a tournament game. It was against Rockland, and that was on. It was the last game of her junior year. It was on March 10th, 2000. And last game of her junior year is a 57-54 loss to Rockland in the Division III South Final. Came at 3:01 left in the third quarter on a rebound putback of her own miss.
Well,
I have all these notes.
We love following our shots, so I'm sure Damish was pumped for her.
Adriana Perazzo will inbound the ball for Foxborough. Some pressure being shown by St. Mary's. Collins gets it back to Perazzo. She'll get it across, runs into 3 or 4 players. It's stolen away by Sky Watson. Watson will bring it back up. 2:39 left. They really got a lot of work to do if they think they're going to get back in this game. Collins with the block on that. They get it back. Watson has it. Goes out of bounds.
I feel like Cam's trying to play pickleball there.
Yep.
She's trying to get it to someone.
Alasia Drummonds is also in the game right now. Ava Hill is. Perazzo, Allen, and Collins. 2:28 to go. Standing between Foxborough from being here and then being in Lowell. We have a call. We have a whistle. 5-second violation. So here comes Foxborough to put this ball into play. Collins quickly zips the pass up. Hill underneath. She's open. She's tackled. She doesn't get the shot. She gets her own rebound. Puts up the jumper. Hangs on the rim. Doesn't go in. And it's rebounded by Owumi.
I think she was upset about that first shot.
She almost got the second one in. Nice fall away. Underneath, Owumi will put this one up and put it in. She's going to score a lot of points over the next 3 years or so. Perazzo with a basket. We were both looking at the scorebook when that happened.
We missed that one.
All right, another shot by Owumi, no good. Rebounded by Collins, quickly up to Drummonds. Better watch out for her in the fourth quarter, I'll tell you.
Alasia Drummonds.
Drummonds gets that one.
So
Drummonds, remember,
yeah.
Was it against Pembroke where she scored 17 points in the second half? And they had to take her out in the fourth quarter because they didn't want to go over 100. I mean, not Pembroke, but Pentucket.
No, I think it was, yeah, you're right. No, Wilmington.
No, you're right. It was that game. That's right. Because I remember I called it. That's right.
She was on a mission. I mean, things were just falling. She was making her shots. I mean, why not? Let her go.
A lot of substitutions now, and a lot of people going in here with the last 1:29 left, and Foxborough is leading 65-32.
And So we're emptying a little bit of the bench here. We have Ava Hill subbing out, Camilla Burton in, Bryn Allen still in, Adriana Perrazzo, Kylie Sampson, Alasia Drummond. So young crew.
I think it's safe to say mission accomplished for the Foxborough Warriors.
Yeah, it still doesn't really feel real
until
the buzzer sounds.
They will improve to 23-2 as Conti puts that one up, no good. Rebound is saved, but it goes right into the hands of Adriana Perrazzo, who will bring it up the court. And a traveling call on her. St. Mary's will finish 19-7. You'll be hearing their name a lot over the next few years. These are a lot of young players on this team. And the poor PA announcer just had to try to announce Naomi going into the ball game. Aguas Vivas, that's how she pronounced it.
Yep, Naomi's in the game. I like to go by that. It's quicker.
1 minute left here. And Foxborough will have a chance to play for another state title. Shots underneath, that one goes. The rebound by Green. And she has, I think she has 6 points in the game. What do you have there?
I have her for 6 as well.
Yep. Okay, good. And a travel called underneath the basket. So the Warriors are going out maybe a little bit, overwhelmed here. It says St. Mary's is trying to make a little statement saying we're not going to go down easily. But still, a lot of kids out there right now as Drummonds gets that rebound. 26 seconds left. Clear the lane to the basket for her out there. Great pass. Gets it off to the side. Foxborough gives it up. Naomi has it. She dribbles out top. 15 seconds left. They will get it in underneath to Bryn Allen. It doesn't go. 9 seconds left. Foxborough, your team is going to Lowell again. The Warriors have defeated St. Mary's of Lynn 65-34. And they will play in the state Division III championship game against second-seeded Norwell. Time and date to be set by the MIAA. The site is a familiar one, the Songa Center, where they beat Dracut last year to win the Division II state title. Okay, they just keep doing it.
Here we are again, and I mean, this is not a bad problem to have. I don't want to call it a problem, but it's exciting. What a great fight that St. Mary's of Lynn put up. They're an excellent team. I respect them. I hope to see them again in the future. And I wonder what that outcome is. But again, like you said, you don't like to predict the future. But we'll keep it just one moment at a time.
I think we're going to wrap this one up quickly because we have to make way for our friends from Sharon.
Absolutely.
Sharon Cable Access is here to do that game. And I believe we are going to have a post-game interview with the Warriors. They will have a lot of people on the court to interview, so we'll take us a time to get there. But in the meantime, I just want to thank everybody from Foxboro Cable Access for making this happen. It wasn't easy. It never is when you're dealing with UMass Boston, but we got everything done here, and it's been great to follow this team here. And now we will end up in Lowell this weekend sometime, and we will see the Foxboro Warriors going to battle again for another state championship. I'm assuming, Kate, you'll be there with me?
Yep, if it's Saturday if it's not Friday, but I can always figure out something.
I'm sure you will somehow. We'll get you here. So
yeah.
I'm Mark Farinola. That's Kate Hill. All the folks from Foxboro Cable Access, thank you so much. The final score of this game, once again, 65-34. The Foxboro Warriors defeat the Spartans of St. Mary's of Lynn. Thank you again, and we'll be back with a post-game interview in a short time.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to UMass Boston. I'm Mark Farinola, and this has been a happy outcome for the Foxboro Warriors here. The Division III state semifinal against St. Mary's of Lynn. The final score was 65-34 Foxborough. At first, early, I wasn't sure it was going to be like that because, what this game, when you knew that Lisa Downs, by the way, with me, of course, when you knew that they were going to be coming down to Division III this year, you have to look at the calendar and you look at who's out there and the schedules, and you know that this was the team that you were pointing to all along. And they gave you a pretty good scrap in the first half.
Yeah, and I mean exactly what you said. I started because I was unfamiliar with all the D3 opponents, but of course you look at the list and you're like, St. Mary's just jumps out at you. And so ideally, we knew at some point we were most likely going to meet them along the way. I was hoping that they'd be on the other side of the bracket. Maybe someone would bump them out, but you got to play the best to be the best. So we got to make sure that we just keep the focus as to what we did. We brought in tonight so much intensity, so much team chemistry. We had a ton of assists, which is what sets us apart from, I think, other teams. That and our defense. And our defense really picked up in the third quarter and really caught them on their heels.
15-9 in the first quarter, you're leading. And it was 28-15 at the half. A good lead, but, they're still hanging in there. And at that point, Cam Collins had 3 points. Kaylee Sullivan had 3 points. In the third quarter, Cam comes out immediately, gets 15 points in the quarter, and Sully gets 3 baskets, one of them a 3, and all of a sudden you could just see which way this was going.
Yeah. And we knew it was just a matter of time. I actually didn't even know how many points they had because they were doing so many other things besides the scoring. So in the first half, they were working their butts off. Cam was face guarding Bella, who's a very, very skilled player. And Sully was causing turnovers. So I didn't even pay attention to their scoring, honestly, in the first half. But they came out in the third quarter. I asked them to come out with that energy they came out with against Pentucket in the third quarter, and they did exactly that.
Cam, come on over for a second. That was a great third quarter, and your team needed at that point. What was going through your mind when you got to that?
Just having the energy that we're supposed to have in the third quarter. We work on our defense a lot, so I think we were able to perform on the defensive end. They have some good, talented players, so we're able to perform on the defensive end and then come out on the top and transition and using our speed.
When a player like you and like Kaylee, you both are, the leading scorers of this team. You're both the leaders of this team, and that in essence too. And yet, you're not really contributing scoring-wise in the first. Does it come into your mind at all that, like, when the third quarter starts, a bell has to go off somewhere, and then it's time to go and do your business there and do things what you want to do?
Well, I mean, scoring-wise, not really. It's not really a thought, but I think third quarter is always our strongest quarter, especially in the tournament run. So I think we came out strong in the third quarter. It ended up I scored a bunch of points, but I mean, it's not always going to be that way. And I think we performed very well in the offensive end in the third quarter. So that was a good job to us.
I would agree. Kaylee Sullivan, of course, you finished with 13 points tonight, I believe. Yes, you did. They were face guarding you very closely early on, and I know with some of the shots you were trying to get up in the first half were very challenged. You have the shooter's mentality, no question about it, but you're also smart enough to know to get the ball to other people if you have to, or to just put that out of your mind and go on to the next shot. How do you do that?
I think I was just trying to do what the game gave me in the moment, and whether that was making a pass or cutting to the basket, getting rebounds, whatever, and just doing my thing, I guess.
The leadership that's been shown on this team is incredible, and people always step up. I mean, Addie had 9 points in the first half. Whenever the other people weren't scoring, she was able to take up the slack. Ava Hill had a couple of nice baskets. But, it still comes down to you and Cam, and you guys definitely lived up to all of your hype and all of your experience. And now you're going on for another chance at another state title. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. But it'll feel a lot better once we win. So
one job at a time, right?
Yep. One game at a time.
Aaron Foley, can you get Aaron over? Aaron, I want to talk to you about defense because I have gained so much respect for what you do out there. And I think that somebody else who gained a lot of respect for you is Bella Owumi, who had 7 points in total tonight, and you had a lot to do with that early on.
Yeah, Cam she was on her in the beginning of the game and kept her to minimal points, and we both did a really good job of working together to see who's going to be closer on the court to picking her up. But Cam really had that job tonight, and she did very well on her.
The other thing that you do a lot of that, I noticed that whenever there's an inbounds pass, you are harassing whoever's going to put the ball in play. And that is so disruptive to another team's plans. I mean, is it your soccer experience that does that for you? Because I get a chance, I watch your eyes when we do the Foxborough replays. I watch and they'll have a close-up of you covering somebody, and you're just completely focused on what you're doing out there. What has brought that to you to that level?
Yeah, I really do think it has to do with my eyes, like following the ball. It does come from soccer because I can read things well, but I like to use my feet and my hands, and it's a good steal and an easy stop, so we can stop their offense from.
Congratulations on another great game. Lisa, come on back for a sec. I just want to mention to you, of course, we all know now it's Norwell, the number 2 seed.
Yep.
Do they have any idea when yet?
I have not heard, so I'm hoping to go get some information, but it's either Friday or Saturday. That's all I know.
That's all we know, but you've been there before. The experience might be a little different because it's Division 3, but not Division 2. But you guys had this goal in mind from the very beginning of the season. You've not let them waver from it at all. How responsive has your team been all season long to your keeping them in focus?
They've been great, and it's not easy. We started in the end of November, and we were ranked number 1 at that point. And now, to stay at the top is very difficult because everyone's marking on their calendar when they're going to play Foxborough, and they would make their entire season just to, not even to beat Foxborough, but sometimes it's just to get within a small margin against Foxborough. So we had to bring our best every game. But luckily, I have my second 5 is stronger than a lot of our games that we played against this season. So we're playing tough competition every single day, and it obviously paid off.
Well, another state title championship chance for that. Another trip to Lowell. Can't beat it, huh?
I'm thrilled. I mean, I'm so proud of these girls. They've worked so hard. They've come so far, and it's a coach's dream to just watch your team get better and better. At this time of the season, and they're exactly where I would have hoped that they would have been.
That was Lisa Downs. I'm Mark Farinella. I'll be happy to bring you the state championship game on whenever. I'll be here with Kate Hill, and we'll all be ready for another great day at Lowell, I hope. Just remember, it hasn't been announced yet which day or what time, but it will be at the Tsongas Center in Lowell. Get your hotel reservations or your dinner reservations. You're going to enjoy being there for that game as you did last year. Lisa, congratulations again, and we'll see you all in the state championship game.
Thank you. Here.